Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Edward's Card Corner with your host, Edward Contreras here. Just want to thank you all for all the love and the support you've given me. We've reached 74 subscribers. We want to reach 100 by next week, so I know you're going to help me out with this. So please like, share, and of course, subscribe to the channel. So today, what we got for you is I'm going to be talking to you about how to obtain cards, right? We talked previously about the types of collector and how to approach collecting, right? Whether you want to be a completionist or whether or not you're looking to acquire cards to sell cards. Now I'm going to talk to you about how to actually get the cards, right? So let's start off without any hesitation. Number one is to go to the card company directly, right? So we're taking a different approach with today's video, and I actually have the different tabs and the different aspects that are going to show you with a more like vivid image of what you're exactly going to be looking for, right? So one of the first ones that I wanted to mention was Tops, right? So again, I'm not sponsored by Tops, but if at any moment Tops you're listening and you want to sponsor, send some packs, some boxes, I'm here for you all day, every day, right? So Tops, you can purchase cards directly with them through cards and collectibles, right? You only have to search for boxes and packs, and you can search specifically for baseball. If you want to buy any sort of different sport, you can go through Tops, right? Same happens with Panini, which they have football and baseball, and they have all sorts of different sports. You can just go directly to their pages and they will hook you up. Now, part of the problem with these websites, although as you can see, they do have products, they run out of product real quick, right? So they don't tell you specifically what time things are going to release. I think Panini actually does a better job with this. But once the product hits, it's out very, very quick, right? So you have to be on the lookout for when they release it and when they restock it. All right. Now, if you are looking to buy packs or boxes, these websites might be for you. But in addition, as I mentioned earlier, some people collect team sets, some people collect player sets. And now there's even something better, which is what is known as, or like I like to call it, the moment type card, right? So Tops and Panini individually are releasing cards based on things that are happening right at the moment. For example, when Dr. Anthony Fauci threw out his first pitch, the Tops produced 51,512 cards. This card sold out in a matter of minutes, right? And then the resale price for the card went through the roof because they thought it was just such an iconic moment. Now, of course, Dr. Fauci is not a player, but they do like to commemorate like these sort of moments, right? These instant moments. They have this also with NFL. Like if a player has a great game or a memorable moment, they will call it an instant moment, and then you can purchase it through that. Now, these are types of websites, but there are other types of websites, which is my number two suggestion, which is to use alternate websites. So, one of the examples, right? And we have different ones, right? We have the Card World, we have Blowout Cards, we have Cardboard Connection, we have Steel Collectibles. There are a lot of different websites. Now, these companies, these websites, they sell absolutely all the sort of boxes and cases you're looking for, right? So if you don't have luck with the original, these authorized resellers have it all, right? And you can shop all sorts of different, even if you want to buy Pokemon card, which are really, really hot as well. And you can just go, you can find all sorts of different boxes, all sorts of different years, like the latest product, like Bowman Chrome just released this past Friday. You can purchase Bowman Chrome as we speak, right? And they have all sorts of hobby boxes, the fat packs, like even the entire case, right? So if you want something on a bigger level, of course, these prices are a little bit higher, but they do have the product, right? These are legit websites. You are not going to encounter any sort of trickery. They have wonderful reputations and are featured on a lot of different shows. So I do trust them, right? Another way to obtain cards is through your local card shop, right? We're all about promoting the locals, right? This is a map of Los Angeles. Because if I showed Puerto Rico, it would be a very sad, sad picture. But this is an example of Los Angeles card shops, and they have a ton. I know the bullpen because of a friend of mine who goes over there, and it's always good to support the locals, right? We're talking about cards, they have Funko Pops, all things that are involved with different types of hobbies. So, this is something that you definitely want to take into account, right? Going to your local card shops. And because of the pandemic, some of them will even send the items to you, right? So, my best guess, again, if maybe you're a little skeptical about going out, just check their Instagram, their Facebook, and have them send the products to you. And speaking of Instagram and Facebook, my next alternative, my fourth alternative, is to go to Facebook, Instagram, or even TikTok. TikTok doesn't have a marketplace per se, but Facebook and Instagram are really famous for selling products, right? So Facebook does have a specific marketplace area, and I've seen cards there. I've seen packs of all the latest. Again, a lot of it is just resale, and the prices might be a little bit higher. But when a product is so hot, it's definitely, I think, one of the best routes because you can also schedule encounters, right? And that way you don't have to worry about fees, or the person doesn't have to worry about fees, and you might actually be able to get a good deal on it, right? So again, we've talked about local card shops, we talked about social media. Now, we can also talk about the not so small company, and we can talk about, for example, Walmart or Target, right? So Walmart and Target do also have cards. Now, they do have the online website, which they outsource to different sort of hobby shops. So that does kind of impact a little bit like the smaller type of store, but they also bring the packs to the stores. Now, part of the problem is that since they sell it for retail, right? They sell exactly for what the cost is. People, once they're aware about it, they consume it like it's nobody's business. So we see people, just like with the sneaker industry, camping out and waiting for cards to be released, like stalking card stalkers, right? We'll see people like sitting in chairs in front of those aisles just trying to get their hands on cards. So maybe you want to take an online approach, or maybe you just want to do driving around and maybe just visiting the local Walmarts to see, or even Target to see. Now, some products are exclusive of others, right? Target does have some exclusive products. So you have to basically, it's more like a scavenger hunt, right? You're trying to find these products, right? Now, one of the last things I want to talk about is the new way of getting your cards, and that is through breakers, right? So, a breaker, and I'm going to show one that I personally know, which is Chomp's Live Breaks. Now, breakers are the ones who purchase the cases, they purchase the boxes, and they can either sell them to you, or what they do is that they break cards live, whether through its Instagram or through YouTube. They break cards and then they give those cards to you. So I'm going to give you an example of how a break works with Chomps, right? So, for example, you're on eBay. Now, you can do this through eBay, or you can do it through a live chat with him. And what he does is he lists all the teams for a product, right? So, for example, we have Bowman Chrome. Let's say you're a team completionist, right? Or you're looking for a specific player. You can go to an eBay store, which a lot of the other card stores also have eBay stores, and you can search for the team, right? So, for example, I'm collecting Bo Bichette, so I'm going to look for Toronto, right? So, Toronto's currently at 2272, and what happens is that during his live show, and and most of them will provide the link and everything right there for you. He'll open the packs and show me live what's mine, right? So that way there's no funny business. And then he sends me those cards, all the cards. Now, obviously, there are some restrictions, right? But if it's like, for example, like an Allen and Ginter that now have like different like items in the cards, right? Like a horse or something like that, that doesn't really belong to a team, but you get all the team cards. So I think that's really fantastic, especially if you're looking for a type of bargain. And sometimes we're just looking for very specific things, right? Now, there are other breakers that focus on players, right? So I've seen Bo Bichette, Luis Robert, Jason Dominguez breakers. where if you just type, for example, and I'll do this live for you. Let's say I want Jason Dominguez break, right? So then there's nothing currently at this moment, right? But usually there are listings so that you can find this break, right? There could be, for example, Bo Bichette break. See, let's try our luck, right? There's no Bo Bichette breaks either, right? But I promise you, this is an alternative way in which you can do that. Okay, so you go to the Breakers either Facebook page or you check if they have a store, right? And they probably have at least teams listed and you can purchase from there. All right. And some of the teams, if they don't have a lot of prospects or rookies, you can get them really cheap. So again, let's say you're a Pirates fan and you're just looking to obtain some cards, nothing special. You can bid on the Pirates for cheap and then get all the cards, right? They open X amount of boxes and then you send it to them. So that's going to be the episode for today. I'm hoping next week that we will have a interview with Chomps himself, right? He recently reached 1,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel and he does breaking for a living. So I want him to talk a little bit about the life of breakers and some of the ups and downs of breaking and how to get into breaking. All right. So thank you for everything. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Until then, happy collecting, people.